Fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Messages, Spirit, please. 27th of July 2020. Starting with Taurus, going clockwise, please. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So then, Taurus, somebody is feeling very dissatisfied with the last 7 years. They have shut themselves off from friends, family, and feeling depressed and low. Feeling like they've wasted their time on something. Possibly career, possibly finance, but it's stability of all kinds. What does Taurus need to know, Spirit, please? Enemies. Over hasty actions. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Enemies overcome, but it will bring heartache, sorrow, loss and separation. Third party possibly. No major arcana, so this is something internal to you. You may be your own worst enemy. Could be minor surgery, could be a third party, could be someone getting in the way of you and your partner, you and your finances, a third wheel, a third spoke in the wheel, should I say, a spanner in the works. But it is separations, heartache, sorrow and loss. 3 weeks is mentioned. Those born 1966 plus or minus 12, February to February may be involved. Yeah, it's about family. The family is growing, the tribe is growing. Someone has packed the bags and someone will be left to bring up the child alone. Giraffe is your animal totem, so you need to look that up, see what that's all about. There's a change in the wind, the tribe, something is happening and it's internal to you. Yeah, you're going through a transformation. Things will never be the same again. So, as we all are in different ways. And things, you have to get used to the fact that things are not going to be the same ever again. Things are changing at a cellular level. You're not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. You're in between, emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening. You have to excuse me with the noise. Wait 1 minute. So much is happening with your inner world and within yourselves. It's time to release the old way of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode, to choose a new way of being where trauma is not your driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising to be healed, And as you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. So you are being called to find a new way to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Ocean influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that's been cast aside. And Ocean represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening. Healing at the deepest of levels. While you're in this phase, don't put too much pressure on yourself. You may need to review your relationships with your body, perhaps you've even shifting your diet or exercise regime, or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, yes, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply loved. So allow yourself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. So don't fight this because you'll only make it worse. Just go with it. Embrace the pain, mourn the loss, and move forward. Leo. So it's all about the finances, work, and communications. You may be burning the candle at both ends, and the internet communications may be important. 8 years is mentioned. In this deck, unusually, there is someone blindfolded and trapped by the roots. So it may be that you are stuck in a situation or in denial about a situation where it's been so long that you don't know which part of this situation is you and which is the roots, like family and others that you've known a long time that are influencing you. You need to find out what your thoughts, feelings and opinions are, not what others' thoughts, feelings and opinions are. It's time to be a more authentic you. You have to cut yourself away from those roots and decide what it is that you want. And as with Taurus, the same card, so you may be connected to a Taurus, you're looking back on the past 7 years and wondering if it was really worth it. Possible deep depression. Again, only minor arcana, so it's an issue you have to deal with within yourself. And mourn the loss and walk away from this grief and sorrow. 8 months, 7 years is mentioned. Don't hold on to the pain and misery of the past. Move forwards on a new path. But it is an internal thing going on with you. And I did say to you, didn't I, that this year is your rite of passage. So you are transforming, and this is your energy because we're in Leo at the minute. So, yeah, you feel abandoned or orphaned by something or someone. Or you may feel that your children are. It's a time of deep regret and sorrow. Number 5 means that you're halfway there. So the worst is over. You've just got to heal and release. Accept, heal and release. Don't look back on the past as negative. Everything is positive because it at least teaches you what you don't want, even if it doesn't teach you what you do want. Yeah, there is a phone call coming possibly, because Spirit always gives me this, that you don't want to answer. Answer it anyway. Answer the call. It has a deeper meaning, but that is always an important one. You may see a number on your phone and you think, oh, I'm not talking to them. It is imperative that you do listen to what they have to say. Your guidance is divinely guided. You're being called to answer that call, the call of your soul. It might be scary, it might not make sense, but if you trust your soul, yearning, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing. It's a lifelong dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you're called to do, this is your calling. So don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul. And that's why most people don't do it. But you're not most people, especially you, Leo. You have got a lot of courage. You're in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even have to know where it's leading. You just need to take that next step. No one has ever had the complete and perfect plan. There is no end destination. There is no right or wrong way to do it. And you do not need permission from anyone else, which is what I'm saying. This lady is so tangled up with other people's opinions and views that she can't make her own mind clear. Sometimes the more we resist we have around answering a soul calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. What are you being called to do? And I think it's to walk away from a situation. And then we have Scorpio. So Scorpio, you are emotionally drained. You do not feel the love. In fact, you probably feel numb. Your cup of love is empty and you feel there is no chance of a new beginning now. You've missed an opportunity in life, you feel. That may or may not be true, but it is not the end to your happiness. It's just a lesson that had to be learned, I'm afraid. It's 1 month energy. Gemini, Libra or Aquarius female or a doctor, priest or lawyer is important. And there will be victory here. Again, all these cards have been minor arcanas. There is something that Spirit know we're not supposed to know yet. But they want you to have the confidence to go forward, knowing that you are going to be victorious. You may have to cut something out of your life or detach from something or someone. But it will bring you success, victory and glory. So if you need advice, get advice, but you will be successful. You're not meant to know what's going to happen next, but you will give it a month. It's important. Perhaps somebody born 1966 plus or minus 12 may be involved. But there is some blunt words maybe being spoken. Maybe you're going to have to be a bit honest about your feelings. Yeah, it's time to heal from something. You are mending relationships, yourself, your soul, your heart, whatever it is, it's emotional. Number 52 is important. Yeah, what did I say? For some reason, they're reiterating the fact that we are all going through a transformation. Nothing will ever be the same again. I think it was Taurus that had this. It's really important that you know that everything has to happen for a reason, and we know it's not always easy. Things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half falling. So keep doing the work because you're transforming. You will look back at this time with awe because so much is happening in the inner world and within your cells. It's time to release the old way of being that isn't going to be there anymore, that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode, to choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Yes, old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed, and as you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, which is what I said, isn't it? Detach. They loosen their grip and fall away. You're being called to find a new way to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Ocean influence this card. Saturn represents the destruction and the transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that's been cast aside. And Ocean represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest of levels. While you're in this phase, don't put yourself under any pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet and exercise regime, or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. Just know that you are deeply loved. Allow yourself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change that is about to happen at a cellular level. So embrace the change and release the heartache. It is for your greater good. Aquarius children, someone from your childhood may be massively important and you may be reunited with someone. It's a happy event, it's a positive event, 6 months, and I can't ignore it because it's been saying it for a long time. Is the possible birth of a child. Someone may be already 3 months pregnant, or 6 months a child will be conceived. It could be anything to do with your children or your childhood, but it is a positive energy. Why I pulled that first, I don't know. So sit back and observe. You will see more by detaching and observing a situation. Be more cunning. Be more like the fox. Look up fox as your animal totem, but sit back and watch and observe how people behave, and you will learn so much. Someone from your childhood may be observing you. Yeah, this is a union. And have you noticed, again, it's all minor arcanas. Again. So there is a union, a happy union between two souls. It may be from childhood, it may be your children. And there is a Leo female who is financially stable and secure. She is a very good ally to have this way up. A fire sign female, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but they're all minor arcanas yet again. So Spirit are keeping secrets from us, and that's not like them. They do tell us what we need to know, but obviously we're not supposed to know this. It's a secret. So you need to observe and go with your gut instinct. 6 months, happy unions. And they're not telling you absolutely anything, Aries, Aquarius, except the fact that yes. If you had a yes-no question, the answer is an emphatic yes. There's nothing else that it says in the book. There's 2 pages of yeses, but it does say, just say yes and don't overthink it. So whatever this is, after you've observed, say yes and don't overthink it. Someone is returning. and it may be to do with your children, or for very few of you, there is a child being born that is the soul of a spirit that passed a long time ago. So just say yes. Yes to any question you've got. The answer is yes. But you must observe. Take more notice. 6 months is mentioned.